What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight we're going to be talking about the Black Ops 6 content that won't be available for every player, as well as some restrictions that you may not have known about. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and as a big reminder, there's plenty of brand new article coverage going up on detonated.com for those that want to stay up to date with all things Call of Duty. We got some last minute articles going up for MW3 to really round out that life cycle, and of course there'll be a full emphasis on the upcoming Black Ops 6. One of two really big features coming to the site is going to be dropping on around October 14th. I'm very excited to share even more information relatively soon. But let's start off with some console or platform specific benefits. As of right now, it looks like the Sony exclusivity deal has officially come to an end. The final combat pack for PS Plus users inside of MW3 has officially dropped, and at some point during the first week in November, all of those combat packs should then become available for Xbox and PC. But when it comes to Black Ops 6, we're not going to be seeing any combat packs like that unless they end up dropping on all platforms at the very same time and they're free. I highly doubt it. This officially marks the end of the PlayStation exclusivity deal, which has been active since what, Black Ops 3? Obviously it's evolved over the years when it comes to map packs being available a month early, then a week early, and then it turned into the combat pack situation alongside little bonuses like survival in Modern Warfare 19, Onslaught in Cold War. Either way though, with BO6, it's unclear if there'll be any exclusive benefits or content drops if you're subscribed to, let's say, Game Pass, or if you own BO6 on an Xbox platform. None of that's been announced yet. I doubt that Microsoft's going to go down that route anytime soon. But either way, in regards to where you can play Black Ops 6, just to clarify, you can be on PS4 or PS5, Xbox One, or Xbox Series X and or S, and we then have PC. And the platforms you can play BO6 on a computer include Battle.net, Steam, and then Microsoft because of Game Pass. But Nvidia did confirm just recently that you can actually play Black Ops 6 through cloud streaming so long as you have a valid purchase on Battle.net or Steam. Something that I don't think is going to be available for BO6 is that really cool Nvidia photo mode that Cold War offered several years ago. I know Fajardi ended up using that quite a bit to get some beautiful shots of the campaign that year. That might have also been an offering for Vanguard's campaign, but was never really available in any other mode or any Call of Duty title after that, unfortunately. Now, something I also really want to address is in regards to those wood skins, right? I've talked a little bit about carry forward in a couple of videos on the channel now, but apart from that guaranteed wood skin that you can unlock by just pre-ordering Black Ops 6, there's those special wood skins, the Brainwash Numbers one and the Zombified one, which can only be unlocked if you do a specific challenge within Modern Warfare 3 and current Warzone. Now, this challenge event is confirmed to end the day that Black Ops 6 launches, which means if you don't do those challenges now, the Brainwash Woods and the Zombie one are going to be gone forever, right? You can then only get access to the base wood skin if you go ahead and just pre-order the game, but that obviously isn't going to be possible after launch unless somehow codes are distributed on eBay or somebody finds a way through another method. But either way, that'll be the only method that we know of so far that will allow you to play as Woods within BO6, at least a version with his legs. Now, something confirmed just recently, which I believe a lot of people missed, is that although most of us already know about the prestige focus rewards, those are going to be unveiled in a separate blog post, which may or may not have already released at the time of recording this. If that did drop, then I have a separate video on the channel, or we'll have one relatively soon. It was confirmed that certain rewards for prestiging won't be available to free-to-play Warzone players. That means if you don't own Black Ops 6, there'll be certain prestige rewards you do not get access to. But if, let's say, you hit Prestige 5, then you buy Black Ops 6, you'll be rewarded with all the rewards that you missed out on from before you bought the game, so at least there's that guaranteed method to get your hands on that content. Now, I think this is certainly going to frustrate a lot of players out there, but I think it's worth pointing out now in the case you just plan on sticking with Warzone and don't plan on picking up Black Ops 6 until a future update. Now, something I'm going to slip in here, which may or may not be outdated depending on if that progression blog has released, is the fact that when you prestige in Black Ops 6, because it is the classic system, you'll lose access to all your Black Ops 6 weaponry, unless you, of course, permanently take one of those items with you when you hit prestige. This is something that is also going to impact Warzone, so with that in mind, does that mean by default, people are going to be using Modern Warfare 2 and 3 weaponry whenever they prestige in BO6? Because those will be the weapons that are infinitely available regardless of your level in BO6. I wonder if those weapons at all will be tied to prestige. I highly doubt it, but it's really going to shake up how the gunplay and how the meta works once the Black Ops 6 integration happens with Season 1. Now, something that's also pretty odd and has never really been seen before in Call of Duty is the fact that you can't play campaign offline. So with Black Ops 6, you always have to have a connection enabled to play every single game mode. Now, I don't believe I can recall a Call of Duty that didn't let you play at least one of the modes offline. You can't do any of that within BO6. You always have to have an internet connection provided to your platform to be able to jump into campaign, multiplayer, or zombies within this title. Now, I don't agree with this change, but it kind of just reiterates for everybody that times are moving along and the gaming industry is significantly different now than from what it was back then, and it's probably only going to get crazier and will require more bandwidth to stay up to date with some of the latest entries. Now, another restriction that you guys might be familiar with if you played a lot of local play back in games like BO1, BO2, is the ability to hop into split screen. Luckily, split screen is available for current gen hardware like PS5, Xbox Series, not something that I think you're going to be able to see on PC, but unfortunately, if you're on PS4 or Xbox One, there will be no split screen availability for Black Ops 6. That includes multiplayer and, of course, zombies. Now, here's the thing, like I said with local play, this is one of those changes that is unfortunate, not something that I'm advocating for, but it's one of those examples of, okay, maybe the game's still coming out on a platform that released in 2013, but if you don't buy the game on a current gen platform, you're going to be left out of certain features and abilities that you would otherwise be able to enjoy with the current Call of Duty. Now, earlier I mentioned no NVIDIA photo mode, at least not from what's been announced so far for campaign, but if you're like, wait, what about theater mode? So luckily, theater mode is returning in Black Ops 6, but there's actually two restrictions with it. Number one, you can't use it in zombies at all on any platform. Now, I actually forgot until recently that theater mode also wasn't available for Cold War zombies. It was only available for Cold War multiplayer. The last zombies to have theater mode was Black Ops 4. Hopefully that's clear, but even then, theater mode's become a staple for just about every Treyarch entry. Hopefully with the unified technology and shared COD HQ engine, that could mean that other developers also could incorporate theater mode in their future Call of Duty titles, but you also sadly can't use Black Ops 6's multiplayer theater mode if you're on last gen. So if you're on a PS4 or Xbox One, you won't get access to split screen or theater mode at all. Now, here's a silly one that I just want to include in case there is any confusion with launch. So at the time of recording this, it hasn't been confirmed if some of the campaign rewards for Black Ops 6 include the ability to get Adler or Park skins for use in any game mode, because as of now, you can only play as those characters if you own the Vault Edition, right? The Vault Edition does feature very exclusive skins for Adler, Park, and then we have access to Klaus and Brutus. Now, obviously, Klaus and Brutus are going to be limited to just Vault Edition orders. There isn't any free method to unlocking those characters, but until other bundles release for Adler and Park, then it does seem like the Vault Edition will be the only way to get your hands on those characters. But you guys are probably also aware that there are some Mastercrafts as a part of the Vault Edition. You were able to use them in the beta along with those operator skins, but you can buy the Vault Edition at any time, even if you just stick with the base version of Black Ops 6 for a little while. And then there's other bonuses as a part of the Vault Edition, like the Gobblegum Pack and even the Black Cell Season 1 bundle, which again, you can only get hands on. Now, something also worth pointing out, which may change closer to launch, is that if you don't beat the zombie Easter eggs for Terminus or Liberty Falls before the guided mode releases, then you unfortunately won't be able to earn some exclusive calling cards. These haven't been revealed yet. I'll of course make a follow-up video to this one once you learn more information, but apparently you can get all the rewards for doing an Easter egg apart from a calling card, regardless if you go ahead and do that quest in the standard mode or in the guided directed mode coming probably a couple of weeks or a season after every round-based map does. Now, of course, if you don't own Black Ops 6 and just decide to play Warzone this year with Area 99 and Urzikstan featuring Omni support, then you'll be missing out on those zombie Easter egg rewards and even any multiplayer in-game event rewards, which were already confirmed in a recent blog post. Obviously, there'll be challenge events, probably like Modern Warfare 3, where you can do certain challenges in multiplayer, zombies, even Warzone, but I would not be shocked if there are going to be events like MW3 has had, where you were only able to do some of the challenges while playing the premium game. It's also not been confirmed as of when I'm recording this if we're going to be seeing campaign rewards for beating the entire single player, but if that's the case, you again have to own the full game to play campaign. You can't go ahead and pre-order the game to play it early, and there also isn't any type of early access opportunity for either campaign or the zombie modes. But to round out this video, there are also some very exclusive cosmetics released on the Call of Duty Twitter, which are no longer available, unfortunately. They could be released through other means and other promotions promotions in the future, but they randomly tweeted out saying, hey, if you go out and reply with your Activision ID, hashtag something something, and you at Call of Duty, you'll be rewarded with this specific cosmetic on your Activision account when Black Ops 6 releases. These rewards, of course, are no longer available to claim, nor are any of the drops from COD Next's viewership rewards. There were beta viewership rewards, and of course, those rewards while playing the actual beta during weekends 1 and 2. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. These are all restrictions and pieces of content that won't be available for every player, at least to my understanding. If I missed anything and you want me to address it in a future video or short, feel free to drop some feedback down below. But with that being said, really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.